I'd like to talk about self-awareness. It's a concept that most people struggle with. Now, I, for one, have the innate ability to check my ego at the door. I fully understand and appreciate that I don't know everything, but I try to surround myself with others that know a lot more about things than I do, for the simple reason that I want to learn more about everything. And as it relates to automotive, I'm better able to help others if I have a better understanding of my business. So I tend to contribute in a lot of threads on LinkedIn. And lately, I've been engaging in some EV threads. And this was kind of comical because I suggested in this particular thread that there's the reason there's a downturn in EV demand. My feeling is that between the billions of dollars spent by a particular energy sector to scare people into not buying them because it directly impacts their bottom line, and what I've come to realize is a pretty serious lack of training on the salespeople's part on how to sell them as it relates to what's in it for the customer, what the customer benefit is, because let's face it, unless there's something in it for the customer, they don't really care. So when I suggested those two things, it was not met with open arms, and there was a lot of posturing going on. And one particular person made reference of the hundreds of thousands that they had invested in EV technology and infrastructure, and that for me to suggest what I did really had no merit. Okay, I'm open. And then yet another person chimed in and suggested flat out that it was laughable that I should dare even suggest that at the store level there was not the skill required to sell some of these vehicles. So at that point, I felt it was probably best to leave the thread altogether. But I made a mental note to call the store on Monday, today, to see maybe I could learn something. Maybe I just misread. So I called the store and I asked for the sales department because I'm interested in an EV. A young lady picks up the phone. I said, "Hey, I'm interested in an EV. Can you tell me about them?" She says, "Well, which one are you interested in?" I said, "Well, I'm not sure. I'm really more interested in the technology itself." "Oh, all right. Well, let me get someone for you." Puts me on hold for a moment. Person answers the phone right away. "Hi, I'm interested in an EV." Again, he asked, "Which one?" I said, "Well, I'm not sure. I kind of want to learn from you. What do you have and why would I want to buy one?" So the salesperson proceeds to tell me that, well, they're good for the economy. I said, "Oh, okay. How are they good for the economy?" "Well, less pollution." "Oh, okay. What other reason would I have as a consumer to want to buy an EV?" And he says, "Well, you'll save money on oil changes." All right, interesting. So how much am I going to save on oil changes? He says, "Well, a lot." "Well, how much is a lot?" He says, "Well, I'm not sure." All right. Well, let me ask you one other question. What does it cost to charge one of these EVs if I bought one? He says, "Oh, it's free." "It's free." "Yeah. Where is it free?" He says, "Well, there's a charger over by the Target, and there's another one at this other location, another location." So I said, "And those are free?" He says, "Oh, yeah." So then I asked, "Well, what if I want to charge it at home?" He says, "Well, that's free also." I said, "It's free to charge my EV at home?" He says, "Yeah." Okay. All right. Well, listen, thank you very much. You've answered all of my questions, and I really appreciate it. Until what time are you there? He says, "Well, I'm here till 8 o'clock. I said, "That's great. I'll make sure to ask for you when I come in." That's what's out there. I don't care if you're one of the top in your field in anything. But to just throw up the ego and feel that you know everything about everything, that's not very self-aware. I don't know everything. There's a lot I don't know. And I'll be the first to admit it. But I will not be closed-minded enough to start calling people names or to laugh at them. Because clearly, there's a disconnect here. So I'm not suggesting that it's because of the billions of dollars spent by a particular energy sector to scare people from buying them, coupled with the fact that more often than not, when you approach a salesperson and you ask them, why should I buy one? They have no clue. I'm not suggesting that at all. What I'm suggesting is maybe, just maybe, rather than blurt out, find out. Educate yourself as to the realities of what you're actually selling. And be open to engage in respectful dialogue. Because, as the phone call today indicated, you could use some help.